Hello guys, welcome back. So this is the second episode of the hard mode mission series. Today we are going to do Fort Ranik. And I think this mission is only a little bit harder than the Great Northern Wall was. And if you'll take my advice, won't be a problem at all. This time I choose a melee profession, a warrior, since this mission is somewhat harder as a melee. Simply because sometimes mobs are standing in places a melee can't reach. I've only changed a few skills on my heroes, gave Strength of Honor and Splinter Weapon for my SOS read. Those are very useful as a melee. Last time I was a coster and I didn't need those obviously, but this time I did. And I also gave Resurrection to my E-Surge Maz and took out Fallback because I think Speed Boost is not a must-have here. The rest of their build is quite the same as last time. The primary task here is to push back the Charr army. You know, in the previous mission the Charr was chasing us, now it's time for revenge. And the bonus is to save some prisoners, nothing extra to do, just have to kill like 4 more groups to get credit for it. Anyway, this mission is full of Charr, I think only one group is not, so best if you activate your Vanguard title for the extra 10 armor, then you can use a summoning stone as always, and the last tip is to help the NPCs stay alive at the beginning and stay away from the very first boss group, this way you will have extra allies. First thing I tend to do as a melee in general is to micro Strength of Honor on my character. To disable the skill, press Shift and click on the skill at your hero skill bar. At the beginning of the mission just follow these 2 NPCs and kill this first group on the right side. I believe best if you kill the Charblade warriors first because those have 100 blades and can cause some problems to your team. By the way, if you are a melee and have save yourself, spam it as often as you can to reduce incoming damage by a lot. If you look left, you will notice an NPC called Gurn Blandstone. Good to know that he is the only NPC in the game who gives you a quest during a mission. You can do that too if you want, it's an easy quest for 500 XP. Now you should use a bow and lure enemies away from the stairs, because that area seems quite crowded and you don't want to run into trouble. Once all are dead, don't follow the road as we would do normally, but make a small trip around it. This way we can avoid fighting with the Charr boss and the NPCs will follow you till the end of the mission. If I recall correctly, back in the days, to do the bonus we had to save Master Armin Saberlin's life, or at least I've always tried to do. Maybe developers changed it through the years, I'm not sure, but now in 2020 all you need is to save his son, Trooper Detour Saberlin, so even if Master dies you can complete the bonus. Now comes to Ranger and Mesmer groups. Focus on the Rangers first, they do massive damage, the Mesmers are no threat at all. Here best to avoid the road because you will run into trouble there, come left instead and avoid as many groups as you can. This group may be patrolling, in that case just wait and kill them or they will cause troubles later. An easy boss group now and a group hard to kill for a melee. You see that guys, this is what I have mentioned before. So if you are a melee, switch to longbow and help your heroes as much as you can, and micro spirits if the hero plays them too far. Once you kill this group, just wait and don't go anywhere, because a group of Charrs is approaching. Never go to the bridge before killing this group, because you will run into crossfire. Once all of them are dead, move on. If you want, you can help NPCs to kill that group, so they won't be stuck there, but to be honest, they are mostly meat shields, can't do much damage. Then few more easy groups here and you will get the bonus. And the very important thing, guys, here is to never ever go into the cage, because if you have these extra NPCs, you will get stuck there. Look what happened to me when I did. Yeah, don't do that. Rather wait and the guys will come out. After that, go back to the road and be careful, because it's another trap. Wait and let the boss group come to you. After killing this group, simply run straight and don't stop. There is no reason to kill those up the hill. Just move on, they lose aggro quite easily. Comes a group of elementalists and warriors. Try to kill both as quickly as you can, and if you see signs of meteor shower, flag heroes out of that, you know they are dumb on their own and will stand there forever. Now it's a boss group again. Kill allies first, and at this point you have two choices. Either you get the free catapult pieces and fix the catapult, or you try to sneak around that big group of Charr. And I'm not 100% sure you can always run past them, so I rather show you guys the fixing part as well. So it's 3 groups, 3 wrecked catapults. If you don't see the catapults, press Alt on your keyboard, or go to the settings and tick the Show Ally NPC and Item Names option. Once you have a piece, take it back to Siege Master Lormar and go for the next one. Once you have all 3 pieces, charge the catapult and fire. If you are unlucky, 1 or 2 Charrs might survive, but most of them will always die. By the way, if you were wondering if you can survive the catapult, look at this. I flagged my hero into the spot on purpose, and actually Livia was able to survive at the edge of the explosion. But at the center I believe the catapult deals like 1000 damage. Probably a character with a lot of enchantments and symbioses, so with an increased HP would be able to survive this catapult thing. Alright, let's go back to the mission. So after you fire the catapult, finish the leftovers and move to the next catapult. Flag your heroes there and do exactly what I do. If you go close to this spot, most of the Charr will come out of their camp, giving us a chance to use the second catapult against them. Once you see them coming, go back to your heroes and fire. After that, simply avoid the remaining groups outside and only kill the boss group and the mission will be completed. So guys, this is how you do 4th Ranik mission. Next time we are going to do Ruins of Sirmia. If you still have questions, write a comment. Anyway, all builds are in the description. Thanks for watching and see you next time.